Assalamu alaikum, namaste, hotep, shalom alaikum, peace. This is Tracy Lene Muhammad, and I wanted a few minutes of your very valuable and precious time in between classes. So you can hear the music. I work at a gym. I'm a yoga teacher. You can hear the music from a different class going on, but I have a few moments, and I wanted to share with you some thoughts, some things that happened to me today, and how important it is to stay in the present moment. I saw a picture circa 1991, and it wasn't a good time in my life in this particular picture. And you could even see it in my face that I just wasn't happy. My parents had recently divorced. I was experiencing some personal relationship issues with somebody that I thought was my forever, ever, and it wasn't. And I was left holding the bag and unhappy. And I saw the picture and I went all the way back to shame and guilt and fear. I was back there for at least 45 minutes and I allowed myself to feel all of that pain. I don't regret that because that means it was still there. If that picture could trigger that, it means that it was still inside of me. What I know now is it was still inside of me because I was attaching every failure from my life back to that failure and saying in my subconscious mind that I deserved to fail at the things that I was failing at now because of what happened then. I hadn't let it completely go. I have done a lot of soul work. And when I tell you that if they were handing out awards for doing soul work, I would get one. However, for the soul work that you do, there's always more to do. There's so many layers. I'm 51 years old, so I got 51 years of stuff to unfold, and that's 365 days in a year. So that's a lot of stuff, a lot of memories, a lot of thought processes that I have to work through. Now, my grandson was with me today, so I'm seeing this amazing new life right here, but I went back into 1991 and stayed there. I don't regret it because what it helped me to see is the things that I'm attaching now to it. I unraveled it all. And you know, I have a really good friend, and I called her and I said, I just need you to hear me, because sometimes people have to speak your language. If you're involved with somebody who doesn't have a lot of compassion for you, they don't like you. They have no choice but to be around you, but they don't really like you. So when they see you sad, they just dig at it. They are not very kind about the way they speak to you, and they you're just so sensitive, because you know I'm a very sensitive soul, and I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm just going to surround myself with people who understand that and who treat me accordingly, because I treat people according to who they are in their soul level. But so I needed her because I knew that one, she'd have compassion, but two, she knew how to bring me from that moment to the present moment without being cruel or just kind of ugly with it. So I talked to her about it. I told her everything that she knew, the story, but I told her the story again. And she said, well, you know, that's not who you are today. And not only are you not that today, you're so beautiful. And that, you know, everybody likes to hear you're so beautiful, not in a vain way, but just because it's a nice reassurance. You should be saying it to yourself. So if nobody ever says it, there's no excuse to not believe you're beautiful. But it's nice to have people in your life that reaffirm that. If you have people in your life that aren't reaffirming how you feel about yourself, you need to really rethink why they're in your life. If they're not helping you feel the same, if they don't level up to the way you feel about yourself. So it took 45 minutes and I released all of it. I wrote it all out and I let it go, because I'm a person that believes that you have to release stuff from a cellular level by writing it out and burning it. I'm not there anymore. I'll never go back to 1991, but there was 1989 and 1988. There's so much to unravel, but I'm doing the work. And today was the day to do the work because it was a lot of rain. So rain also brings up growth. It helps you grow, but it brings down stuff. And in order for something to grow, it has to pull up some of the gunk too. So the rain helped as well. So I'm grateful that I was able to see that picture, to feel those emotions, to go through that, to forgive the young man. I had to forgive him too, because it wasn't just my fault. It just takes two people to do whatever it is going on. So I had to forgive him And I had to realize that he didn't abandon me, he abandoned himself. And it looked like he was abandoning me because I took it on personally, but he wasn't abandoning me. So I want you to look into your life and see if there are areas where you think you've been abandoned by somebody, but really, if you really look into it, they abandoned themselves. They didn't have good character. And because it didn't have good character, you got caught up in that whirlwind. Doesn't necessarily mean you didn't have good character, but it could mean that you needed to grow through some things and that person came into your life to help you with that. I wanted to share that with you. I am very transparent. I'm not one of those people. You can't hurt me. You knowing about me cannot hurt me. So I want to share because I believe that I am here. I'm on this planet to help grow this planet to the next level. We all are. So I'm not saying that I'm so such and much and you're not. We all are. But I'm willing to share my story. I'm willing to be open and transparent, and so that you see how somebody got through. I was also talking to a really good friend today because, see, this is how it works. I went into that space. I talked to a good friend. She helped pull me out that space. And then the energy of the universe sent me somebody else who is spectacular. And she just really, we didn't talk about what I just went through. She just called me. She said, "You were on my mind, universe. And I wanted to share my testimony with you." And she goes through, and she's a Christian woman, and she knows that I don't do religion. So I noticed that she kept trying to like tailor it to offend me. But then I finally said, "You're not offending me because I love that that's who you are." And she said, "That's how I feel." And we went to high school together. We have a lot of history. But we started talking about how the universe doesn't judge and doesn't send religion. We choose them, and that's cool. But what was really special to me is here I was remembering something that she knew about, but we didn't talk about it today. And the universe sent her to call me to talk to me about something else to uplift me more than where my really good friend had already lifted me out of a space that I had gotten myself into. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for my tribe of sisters. I'm one of those women. I love women. I love women. Love women. Not in an unnatural way, but in the way that I believe that women need one another. And that's why it's deplorable to me when a woman lays with somebody else's husband. Because as a woman, do you want that pain? I know I'm 100% clear that the man is the responsible one because he's the one over there telling that woman that his wife ain't this and his wife don't do that and he's so unhappy and his wife don't take care of his needs and he would divorce her, but they got children. I know he's the one over there doing all of that and that she's not just going, "Hey, let me just sleep with your husband." I know that she's broken and lonely, and here comes Mr. Slinky, knowing that he want more than one woman. So here comes this woman, she's right for the picking. But as a woman, I don't understand how you allow that to be your life. And that's not me judging you. That's me saying, so for me, having a tribe of women with me means so much to me because it means that I can grow and I can be the best Tracy. A man can't make me the best Tracy. Another woman can help me grow to the best Tracy because she's a woman too. So that's why I love being in the company of women, and why my tribe sisters, they'll tell me when I'm being full of shit. They're my biggest cheerleaders. And even when I'm full of shit, they know how to do it in such a way that they're not tearing me down. They're building me up. They're always on my side, and that feels amazing. But you know why I have women like that in my life? Because I'm a woman like that. So anyway, just digging myself up. I need to go back up these steps and get ready to teach this next yoga class, but I wanted to be true to my word, which is to do one video a day, sharing something, hopefully something that I say resonates with you and you look more into what it is you need to do to make yourself better. You can read the Holy Quran, you can read the Bible, the Bhagavad Gita, you can meditate, you can do yoga, you can run, you can do a whole lot of things to help yourself come up out of the space that you feel stuck in if you feel stuck. And then once you get out that space, you have the responsibility to go get another woman and say, "Hey, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, but let me give you some tools that help me." She can take the tools or she may not, but it's your responsibility to make sure you hand those tools over. I love you. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste. Hotep. Shalom alaikum. Peace out to Brooklyn and everywhere else.